am Adam Daniel Mezei, videocast coming in from Belgrade, Serbia. Hello, and welcome to the cast. I've been in Serbia for almost 48 hours, and I have to say it's been a real learning experience since I got here. First of all, the thing that sort of strikes you immediately is that the Serbs are not whatever the West has painted them to be. The way that people interact in this largest of Serbian cities is nothing at all like what we have come to know them as in the West. And I have been to other European cities in Eastern Europe, and they are in much shabbier shape than Belgrade is. I don't care what somebody says about the war and what somebody says about places like Bosnia or Kosovo. It's just not applicable to the way that people interact with each other in Belgrade. Belgrade is a big city, it's a metropolis, it's a capital city. Anything and everything that you could possibly want from a capital city is in Belgrade. And as things progress and as the years cascade, there's more and more things in this town that resemble pretty much anywhere, the globe. I mean, you're not really lacking for anything in Belgrade. I have been in awe of the way that people interact with each other. I have been in awe of the way that friends go out of their way to totally demonstrate to you that you are somebody that they generally want to befriend and that they really are interested in the things that you say. There is no concept of time, there is no concept of schedule, there is no concept of pressure, there's no concept of expectations. It's just the joy of being able to hang out with somebody else because you have kind of a mind association or you have kind of similar interests in life, and you just let the time pass gingerly, you both enjoying each other's company. I have really had the opportunity for a total 180-degree turnaround since I got here. It almost makes me question myself, like I said to some of my local friends. I have no idea why I haven't come here any sooner. It's not because I've been afraid or because I've had preconceived ideas about what the Serbs are. I really don't have an answer why. As far as I'm concerned, the way that I associate with Yugoslavia, of course, is not from the war years, but I think about the former Yugoslavia in terms of the old days when this was a country which was a bastion or a hangout for all manner of personae non grata, let's call it, from the States. Orson Welles was a frequent visitor of Tito's Yugoslavia because in the States he was already, that's where he was persona non grata, and he'd come and shoot plenty of his films here. And a lot of the other bloc countries would come down here because the ethos and the vibe in the former Yugoslavia was really cool and hip, and Yugoslavs could do things that other people in the bloc countries could not. For example, Yugoslavs could travel around Europe without a visa. They could take day trips to neighboring Italy and go on shopping trips. There weren't special stores in Yugoslavia that you had to sort of cash in your coupons. You could buy any goods that you want. There was shortages, there was scarcity, but it wasn't the fact that you couldn't obtain things. The ability to, I guess, express yourself, not against the government, but sort of artistic expression was a little bit more liberalized than it was in places like the former Czechoslovakia or even worse in East Germany. And those are the ways that I basically associate with Yugoslavia. The war years basically destroyed everything good and kind and pure about that era. And that's the way that most people, especially in the West, will associate with a city like Belgrade. On a different tip, people in the Balkans, they play for keeps, and that's probably why people have such negative associations about the Serbs and the Kosovars and the Bosnians and the Croats and the Slovenes. Not so much the Slovenes, but even so. And people in the Balkans play for keeps. If you're their friend, you are their friend, and they will do everything and anything in their power to demonstrate to you, as I just said earlier, that you are their friend. If you are their enemy, they will do everything and anything in their power to demonstrate to you that you are their enemy. And they will not spare any gesture to show you that you are getting in their way. I kind of appreciate that more than this easy come, easy go flakiness that I find, for example, in a city like Prague, where you never know where you stand with people. And that if a knife is to come and enter your back, it usually enters your back when you don't look and when you're not seeing it. that's become something that's quite annoying. And being here in the Balkans is a refreshing experience. And it's so easy to make friends in Belgrade. It's astonishing just how approachable people are and how people want to talk. You can tell in Belgrade that people in Serbia really want to start putting the past 6 feet under and deeply behind them. They don't want to have to constantly be reminded of this. You can tell that people are ready for a massive change. You can tell, like my friend Danica Radicic has told me, who is, by the way, the Twitter handle NIKIBGD, Nikki BGD. She's one of the PR sensations here in Belgrade. Danica was telling me that there are lots of things that people in Belgrade still need, for example, that they don't have, and that any kind of investment is basically wanted in Serbia. And you can tell that with things like that, that the past is going to become a distant memory at some stage, just like it is in all of the other former communist satellite republics. I really like that ability of just being able to socialize with people with such ease. We were hanging out last night on Knez Mikhail Street again, like I mentioned the other day, and the thing is popping like at 1 in the morning on a Monday night. Naturally, there are some problems with that. I can go into that perhaps in another video cast. But people are willing to talk to other people. There is association, there is activity, there is action, there is vibrancy. It's something that I don't think most people have seen before. I don't even think Italians have something like this, to be honest. I don't even think Spanish people have something like this. Or Portuguese. Come to Belgrade. Nobody's paying me to tell you this. Come to Belgrade. Come to Yugoslavia. Former Yugoslavia, that is. Come and see what's going on here. Talk to the people. They're really honest, just seeing over here over my shoulder. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's really great. I'm going to have more to say, of course, in the coming days, but I'll be here for another couple of days, and I just can't wait to see what's coming down the pipe. We got a few more great meetings planned. I'm going to probably shoot by the old Chinese embassy, and I'll try to grab some footage there. And yeah, that's the video cast for the day. So as always, I can only wish for you the best of things. See you.